I wish I wasn't TikTok famous. I wish I wasn't TikTok infamous. I wish I wasn't known at all. I wish I could go back in time, not to the place, just when no one knew me.
Hello ladies and genitals, today we're going to be talking about Elphaba again. Now I didn't really want to do a back-to-back Elphaba video, but the stuff we are watching in this video is genuinely insane. In these clips she essentially says she wants to quit TikTok, she also straight up tells people that they're not giving her enough money, and then proceeds to mock them for not earning enough money to just give it away to her. And she also got banned. But apparently this ban literally only lasted like one night because she claims she knows agents. But honestly, strap yourselves in because this video is wild. But we're going to start off by watching her say that she wants to quit TikTok. Now, obviously, when she did this, she seemed very upset. But you know why she was upset? It's because she wants more gifts.
I want to be on that leaderboard this week. I'm actually quite sad because I haven't tried for it in months and my team's like gone. I don't get this generation, I don't. How are the people that approach me for photos showing me love? Like, I don't have to send me money in it, but like hearts and stuff.
So if you don't know how TikTok live leaderboards work, essentially it's where people have to give people gifts. TikTok live gifts cost real money. The bigger the gift, the more she goes up the leaderboard. And people seem to be sending her roses, which I think is the cheapest gift. And instead of being thankful that many people are literally giving her money for no reason, she instead decides to disrespect her audience. Which is genuinely ridiculous, by the way, because without them, you wouldn't have anything. Imagine just being paid to sit on your bed and eat food as loud as a zoo animal. And she's still not pleased. To think you have some God-given right just to receive free money off the people who literally make you popular. It just proves how much of an awful person you truly are.
My platform is so huge. Why am I not on the rankings? I get it.
Now that is quite an intriguing question, and I think it might have something to do with this meltdown that I'm going to show you later. But a lot of people seem to think that Elphaba, she's starting to fall off. Apparently viewing numbers are a lot lower, and evidently gifts aren't as high as they once were either. So maybe this is why she wants people to feel sorry for her again. But I firmly believe that her losing a majority of her audience is a benefit to everyone and society. I honestly don't know what it is, but for some reason when these creators just decide to address themselves as huge, it just really rubs me up the wrong way. Like, yes, you have lots of followers, but you know full well, surely, that not everybody who follows you is a supporter. Now, I'm fairly certain that most people that follow Elphaba, they're only doing it to find out when the next controversy is, because as soon as they see the awful things happen, they can get their clips, hence the frequent meltdowns and controversies. But obviously, when Elphaba feels like her income is going to be affected, it's time to find a new tactic to generate traction for the channel. She knows that any engagement boost is going to push her live out to more audiences, and then more brain-dead morons are just going to come along and just give her money for no reason. And this right here is her action plan.
This is kind of, I wish I could go back in time, not to the place, just when no one knew me. And then I could just go to a shop without getting a photo and just not be recorded everywhere. Mama Kaz could never get chased for a photo or get people wanting photos of her.
Oh, boo-hoo Elphaba. You're so hard done by, aren't you? It's almost as if you go live every single day in order to get your name out there. Because that is exactly what you do, isn't it? You are the very definition of clout by any means. Just because you've been a bit of a walking L of late, you just kind of want more people to feel sorry for you again, don't you? And we all know it's because of a drying income source. And if all of these emotions that you're going to see in today's video from Elphaba are real, which they're not, by the way, I would kind of get it. If I devoted my whole life just to be a stain in order to be popular, I think I'd be shitting myself as well if it came to a point where everything started to slow down. Because honestly, good luck getting employed with this digital footprint. And to that I say, honestly, you brought it on yourself. These are literally the consequences of your actions, and everybody receives their comeuppance eventually. And all things considered, all of the controversies that Elphaba's had in the past, I mean, this is very tame consequences.
It's so weird to be TikTok notable, that's all I'm gonna say.
First of all, I do find it very funny when people make videos like this. It's very clear that by doing this video, you lack self-respect. She's pretending to cry while her eyes look bone dry. No, genuinely, not one tear has actually formed. Secondly, she went to go wipe her eyes so people would think, oh no, she's crying, and then she just wipes her nose. But to be fair, if you have kept up with Elphaba recently, then you'll probably know why she's rubbing her nose. I don't think I can say the reason why on YouTube, but people seem to think think that she likes to put her money up her nose, which is just such a lovely thing for young audiences to be exposed to. You really are using that big platform for good use, aren't you?
If I left TikTok, my income would go. I think it's important to talk about serious stuff, you know what I mean? If I could go back in time, I would change every single thing. I promise you that in my life I would. So I wouldn't have to deal with all this. So that my mum wouldn't have to have her life ruined, to have her home was taken away from her. It's really, really hard. I'm sorry for crying. I feel really horrible right now. I don't know why. I don't know why I feel horrible.
So, you may have heard there, Elphaba said that her mum had her home taken off her. Now, obviously, if that's true, that is awful. Her mum is nearly just as bad as Elphaba, but that doesn't mean she should be homeless. However, Elphaba has literally said in the past that she is the one who pays the bills. There was a clip a while ago where she was asked about her financial help from the government.
I pay all the bills here. Put 30 quid on the electric, that's how I do it.
She was talking about her mum being on benefits and things like that. But not that you can believe a word that comes out of this dreg's mouth. But like, if you couldn't afford it, why are you going out buying Gucci bags? Why are you buying flying robots? And why are you buying microphones? But genuinely, this is all she says in this clip about her mum's housing situation. It's like she just dropped it in there just to test the waters of the reaction. And no one in the live seemed to care. Which probably tells you everything you need to know about TikTok users. But also, you mentioned that if you could go back in time and change everything, you would, so that you wouldn't have to deal with all of this. So you wouldn't do it to, you know, change how you affected people negatively. You wouldn't take back the scamming, the casual racism, the faking mental conditions, the Pokemon cards incident. I could go on, but you wouldn't change it to, you know, maybe not fuck with these people's heads. You'd do it so you didn't have any repercussions. You'd do it so that you wouldn't get any stick in public, because that's just the person you are, isn't it?
It's a hard world we live in now, man. So scary. So hard. I'm sorry, I don't give a well, acting all you want. I've heard it before, babe. I really cannot be I wish I wasn't TikTok famous. I wish I wasn't TikTok infamous. I wish I wasn't known at all. For the wrong reason. I wish people could be like, I like her. She's a great singer. I like her. She's so kind. I like her.
Yeah, it's almost like if you go out of your way to be a controversial person or a horrible person, it might actually affect you negatively. Crazy concept, isn't it? It's almost as if that's why people are raised with morals and respect. But let's be honest, we all know that the TikTok isn't to be a singer anymore. Maybe in the beginning, fair enough, you know, there is many older videos of Elphaba just singing. But you don't repeatedly perform financial benefiting scandals to your loyal viewers if all you want to do is sing. You would just sing. And yeah, maybe people don't like you because you're not very nice. So maybe change the way you are, I don't know. And also, people are calling it acting because it happens all the time. The victim card is played at any moment. And at this point, she doesn't even try to fake the tears anymore, she just sniffs a bit. And again, that might not even be down to faking emotions.
I'm falling apart. That's on me. Hey Siri, play What Was I Made For karaoke. I need to sing it again. I used to float, now I just fall down.
Are you kidding me? How are you going from poor me to saying, hello little robot person in my phone, could you play some karaoke for me? That little 10-second segment is a perfect encapsulation of everything wrong with this moronic fake celebrity. Anybody who believes this act or financially supports her for that matter, what is wrong with you? You honestly need to look at yourself in the mirror. Imagine if you were a victim of one of these scams, or one of the weird people who try to defend her, or somebody who has Tourette's who has seen her faking videos. You then decide one day to go onto TikTok and see what Elphaba's up to, and then you see that she's having a reflective moment. You might think, oh, you know what, maybe this could be alright. And then she just bursts into song. I honestly don't know how I'd react.
It's a hard life. To be doxxed, to be leaked with the addresses, I just don't want this drama anymore. I really don't. I want to sing, I want to perform, I want to be me. That's it. I wish you could know everything.
Yeah, it's such a hard life just sitting there and doing things that you know are wrong, all in a quest to remain relevant. However, do you cope living a life where you do not even need a single talent or a thought in your brain, let alone a qualification or a useful skill? And yes, obviously the doxing is completely wrong. I'm not going to sit here and say that's funny or that's a good thing to do, because it's not. But honestly, saying you don't want any drama is so rich coming from you. You literally have made a career out of creating drama. And we all know that there's no smoke without fire. But unfortunately for you, it's all too far gone now, isn't it? You've done so many things, and I think now the consequences are finally catching up with you. Unlucky. And I can almost guarantee there will be no break, there will be no time away. So just carry on as usual and pretend nothing's happened. Because I bet on this night here where she cried a bit and acted like she was really upset, I bet she made lots and lots of money. Because people will constantly give her money whenever she has a mini meltdown, and honestly, those people are just thick as pig shit, aren't they?
My life is like a movie, it's too much to explain, and it is so insane. If I could change the clocks, I would. I'd go back and just sing with no audience and be friends with everyone. That's what I wish I could do.
My life's a movie, guys. God, I wish I could perform to no one. Genuinely, I'm beginning to run out of words for this video. She's genuinely seen the Elphaba movie trailer, and she probably thinks she could be in the film. I can't be bothered. She's so delusional. I guarantee that if she went live tomorrow and hypothetically went down to like 20 viewers, so to speak, she would pack it in, let's be honest. She would sack it all off and go back to just being controversial, because that's where the money is for her. Because that gets her spoken about. And if more people sit in her lives because of the engagement, it will boost the lives out to more people that just want to give away money.
It's hard. I'm the most hated creator in the UK. That's actually insane. I'm the most hated creator in the UK. That is scary. That's something I don't want my name on. When I feel disgusted, that's on my name.
If you don't want to be hated, maybe don't do things that annoy or upset people. That's a start. Upsetting and annoying people does tend to lead to negative opinions. But that's kind of obvious though, isn't it? So I would say that if you don't want your name attached to that title, how about you actually take some accountability for some of the things that you've done? Go on your live, take responsibility, and actually do something to, actively show that you're changing. Educate yourself on your wrongdoings and spread awareness for them. I definitely wouldn't suggest going back to live streaming and just slating your audience.
Cost of living can't afford gifts. They don't whine about it on my page. If you can't afford, you don't need to say it really, do you, to be honest? You know you can't. That's alright. You don't need to repeat it though. Fair enough, but you know what I mean. Don't need to repeat it, babe. We all know there's a cost of living crisis. That's why I'm begging for gifts.
What is wrong with you? Are you genuinely tone deaf, socially and musically? People are genuinely apologising to you because they can't afford to give you free money. So in response, you just speak to them like they're a piece of shit, all whilst rocking around in your seat like some weird crazy doll. But the attitude to money and viewers, it's genuinely like she goes live and just expects everything to be handed to her. I actually quite find the beauty with my channel is that I can just post a video and I never know what's gonna happen. But Elphaba knows that she can just go live for 5 hours and get a continuous stream of money. But as long as she provides like 10 minutes or so of controversy, she knows people will continue to talk. Which then sets up a follow-up live stream of her just sitting there and playing the victim and making everybody feel sorry for her and then inevitably giving her more money. And because this has gone on for so long, it's the reason she's remained relevant. But then to have the audacity to speak to these people like shit under her shoe whenever things don't go her way, and the cheek of doing so when you literally look like the wind actually did change direction after pulling a stupid face.
Battle? I'm not battling until I get the big gifts, darling, and then I'll battle. Because I'm seeing roses and these are not getting me up on the board. At all, my loves.
And as if it couldn't get any worse, here she is saying that the gifts she's receiving aren't enough. So basically, if you're unaware, a rose on TikTok Live effectively costs 1 TikTok coin, I believe. And the smallest package of coins you can get is like 65 for $1. And apparently for Elphaba, having hundreds of these coming in non-stop, well, that's not good enough. What a sad little life. But in case, for whatever reason, you remain on the fence about Elphaba, this video I'm about to show you will change your mind. It quite literally confirms she's doing everything just for the money.
You've got gossip, Alpha. I'm not interested in the gossip right now. I'm interested in the gifts and the money. Love you.
So essentially, shut up and give me money. And for some reason, people do. If you can watch that clip and think, yeah, you know what, I'm going to spend my hard-earned money during a recession on Elphaba. Well, you don't deserve money. Just like donate it or something. You don't need it. But honestly, I think she may have finally lost the plot. This could either mean we've seen the end of Elphaba on TikTok, or she's going to evolve into some new form TikTok monster. But let's be honest, she will probably carry on being insufferable and earning plenty of money in the process. But anyway guys, that's where I'm going to leave today's video. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please do feel free to leave a like and subscribe. It is completely free and it helps me out massively. And yeah, cheers. Bye.